David Moyes is back in management and he's back at Everton. Here's why.
To go back, but as everybody knows, this is a different beast to me than many other clubs.
I know you said recently that you weren't finished in the Premier League and you wanted to work again, but not with a club battling against relegation. But
yeah,
Everton is different.
Yeah, Everton's different. A couple of weeks I didn't think there was any chance Everton could be in a relegation fight. I thought they would be strong enough to get out of it. I've come into the seat now and I'm going to back that up and say I believe that we'll be strong enough to stay away from it. But I'm not kidding myself on or MD else. You know, we'll need everybody behind us. We'll need the players playing better, scoring more goals if we're going to make that happen.
And you've obviously had various meetings with the owners. Can you give us some insight into their way of thinking, bringing the stability to the football club that's been lacking maybe?
Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of people in this room included who've probably seen the last few years at Everton. It's been a difficult time, and I admire a lot of them for steering it through a difficult period. But I have to say that, you know, Dan and Mark were very good. I think a lot of Evertonians should be happy that at the moment it looks like they're going in the right direction. I've been really privileged here to work under some great owners and people who've helped me. I've worked under people who their intention was to build a better Everton, and I think they've done that. I think we done that at a period which wasn't easy either, and I think that this period's not going to be easy. But I think the new ownership have got big ideas, big hopes that they can make a big difference to the football club.
People will remember that you had a very special relationship with the previous chairman in your tenure, of course, and you'll want to build that again. But how different will it be?
Well, it's different because they're in America at the moment, and I'm here just now. So the conversations have been mainly through video calls. But yesterday I had a couple of Americans over. Mark was here, Brian was here, who we had another conversation. And maybe after this as well, I might have a chance to speak to them again. So at the moment, you know, it's like anything else. You never can tell how managers are going to do, but managers can't really tell what owners are going to do either. So it works both ways. But at the moment, I've found the conversations good, and I've found them, you know, they want to get us back on track. And we all know it's, you know, we need a little bit of a sticking plaster at the moment, and we have to try and make that work.
Is that the immediate issue? Is obviously trying to win football matches, but what are the issues and priorities for you? Having got your feet under the table.
Well, winning football matches is always a priority, isn't it? You know, obviously there's other things. You know, there's sort of building a club back up if possible. You know, and I don't think it's been done by any managers. I think the damage has been done through a long period of time. But I actually think, you know, I had a great time here. I'd love to be part of making it better if possible. I think at the end of it, there's a stadium, but the stadium looks the business. It looks elite. So we need to start getting some elite players. We need to start looking at the level of the players that we can give everybody something to shout about when we move to the new stadium.
On that note, have you been given any indication at all about availability of funds in this transfer window, and is that something that you would seek to utilise immediately?
Absolutely. If I can give the supporters something to shout about as well, by bringing in some new players. It's probably the things which the managers do. I mean, it's never that easy, and it's probably even a little bit more difficult here because, you know, it's not been a great situation for a while. But I need to impress the people, tell them that we need them to come. You know what we're going to try and do here. The new players who are going to come here, we want them to be excited by the thought of going to the new stadium. So overall, I hope we can all get together and find a way of spending a bit of money. But as you well know, we've still got a little bit of work to do to clear everything. So we need to be mindful of that as well.
And you'll be working with a director of football here in Kevin Thelwell. How do you see that area? And I know you worked with something similar at West Ham.
Yeah, and we had it. Did one at Real Sociedad as well. So I've had it. It's fine. Kevin's been here a lot longer than me. I'm needing to go to Kevin to find out exactly what's happening. You know, so for me just to turn up and know all the players in the market and all the players where they're playing, it's really difficult. So I need to take their advice, their help, and collaborate together and find a way, hopefully, of doing the right things.
goals have been a big concern for Everton this season, not scoring in 11 of 19 Premier League matches. Priority number one. Do you have to do anything different? Is it a confidence factor with strikers?
Well, I think if we all knew the answer, then we would have done it, or no, the past manager would have done it as well. We have to find a way in scoring goals now. Sometimes you can get streaky and score goals, but we need to do it, whether it's through set pieces, we need to do it through our open play. But of course, you need all the players to chip in with the goals. But we'll be putting more pressure on the forwards to try and be the ones who do it. And we might look to strengthen in those areas if we can't get results ourselves.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Al. We'll go to Ellen at PLP.
Hi, David.
Hi there.
Just coming from your first training session with the lads not so long ago. What shape is the squad in?
Well, it's the first day I've been with them. Really, today was an opportunity to train with them and see them. I think the squad's in good spirits in the main. They're obviously been in this position before, so the position they're in just now is not something which has just happened to them. They've done really well to make sure that they weren't in the wrong places in the Premier League in the last couple of years. So I don't think you want to get a feeling that we're very good at avoiding being down near the bottom. But I found the players good today, and I've got to say I really enjoyed being out with them. We trained well, we had a bit of laughter, a bit of fun as well. So sometimes when it's not so good, you need to make sure that we try and keep their chins up and keep things quite bright.
And of course, plenty of familiar faces from your last spell here, and it was Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman, players that you brought in, who took charge of the FA Cup game. Was there a feeling of pride watching them step up into that role?
Absolutely, because I think as a manager, when you bring players in, you hope they can all step into coaching or management if they choose to do so. I'm really fortunate that I've had so many now over my time who are getting into management, but it also shows my age as well at times, so I have to be mindful of that. But look, Bainesy has been around for a long time here, and he's been working with under-18s, and I just thought it was right that Leighton get a chance to step up. I'm getting told he's a very good coach and can work well, so we'll do a lot of things, but as I said, we're probably going to do things up and see how we get to in the summer. We need to get to work quickly. I need people who I trust and people who know how I work quickly. We may look to alter things a little bit in the summer, but at the moment, I need people around me who know exactly how I'm going to work.